If you've ever felt that blast of heat from a weld and wondered, should my hands really feel like they're inside a toaster right now? Then today's video is definitely for you. Welding gloves aren't just another accessory. They're the one thing standing between you and burns that will have you Googling, why did I do this at 2 a.m.? So today we're counting down the top 5 best welding gloves on the market. And trust me, you do not want to waste your money on flimsy gloves that fall apart the moment sparks start flying. Stick around for my number 1 pick. It might actually surprise you. And of course, for additional information, be sure to check the links in the description below. Let's jump right into it, starting with number 5. Coming in at number 5, we've got the RAPICCA 16-inch welding gloves. Yeah, the big blue fire eaters you've probably seen all over welding forums. These things look like something a superhero would wear while pulling a steel beam out of a burning building. And honestly, they kind of feel like it too. RAPICCA packs these gloves with a crazy combination. 70% fire-resistant leather on the outside, an aluminum foil heat barrier in the middle, and a thick cotton liner that keeps your hands cool even when the metal you're working on is definitely not. These are rated up to 932 degrees Celsius, which means unless you're trying to stick your hand inside an active volcano, you're pretty covered. What really stands out here is the double reinforced padding on the fingers, palms, even the elbows, and the back of the hand. They basically turned every stress point into a tank. And the 16-inch length with a 7.5-inch sleeve, that forearm protection is legit. You could basically arm wrestle a spark shower and walk away fine. Plus, they're super versatile. Stick welding, MIG, Flux-Core, forging, blacksmithing, handling dry ice, throwing logs on the fire. Basically, any task that screams heat and danger incoming. These gloves handle it. RAPICCA really leans into rugged reliability, and their customer support is like, if these gloves disappoint you, email us and we'll fix it. Gotta respect that. Sliding into number 4, we've got the TOPDC 16-inch fire and heat-resistant welding gloves. These ones take the classic approach, 100% natural split cowhide leather on the outside, 100% cotton lining on the inside, and they crank it up with reinforced Kevlar stitching and double-layer leather on fingers, palms, elbows, and backs. It's like they said, let's just reinforce everything. These also stand up to 932 degrees, and the cowhide they use is thicker than most wallets I've owned. The durability is real. Abrasion resistance, puncture resistance, tear resistance, even resistance to animal bites. So if you're welding 1 minute and pulling a cat out of a bush the next, you're good. Comfort-wise, TOPDC nailed it. The cotton lining is surprisingly soft and breathable, which makes long welding sessions much easier on your hands. The 16-inch design with the 7.5-inch sleeve gives that full-arm shield like you're putting on medieval gauntlets for battle. And these aren't just welding gloves. People use them for BBQs, fireplaces, gardening, campfires, even random household jobs where you'd rather not feel pain. They're the gift that says, I don't want you to burn yourself for any handy person, and what I really like is the value factor. They perform like premium gloves, but come at a really approachable price point. Plus, TOPDC is quick to help if anything's wrong. Moving into number 3, we've got the WZQH 932 Degutschuf resistant leather welding gloves, the black and gray beasts that look way meaner than they cost. These gloves get serious with their layered construction. The outer layer is thick shoulder-split cowhide. The middle layer is a high-temperature aluminum foil barrier laminated onto flame-retardant cotton, and the inside is soft insulated cotton that feels surprisingly comfortable for gloves that look like they belong in a forge. They're also rated up to 932 degrees and give impressive cold protection too. Great if you're handling dry ice or working in winter conditions. Durability is where WZQH really flexes. You get double-stitched leather reinforcements, high-strength thread that doesn't unravel, and a glove design that's thick and rugged without making your hands feel like they're wearing oven mitts. The 16-inch length gives that essential forearm coverage against sparks, flames, and hot metal. Whether you're welding stick, MIG, Flux-Core, doing BBQ, blacksmithing, handling animals, or reaching into a fire pit to move logs like a legend, these gloves hold up. They're also a great gift, especially for friends who do a lot of hands-on work and tend to test their luck around hot objects. And as always, they've got a satisfaction guarantee backing them. Taking the number 2 spot, the KLEIN Tools 60914 MIG welding gloves. If you've used KLEIN before, you already know these folks do not play around with build quality. These gloves are made from full split cowhide, which gives you this heavy-duty barrier against sparks and spatter. They're designed specifically with MIG and stick welders in mind, so if you're doing high spark work, these might be the safest option on the list. The flame-resistant fleece liner inside is a really nice touch. Surprisingly comfortable, warm, without sweating your hands out, and protective enough for long sessions. The wide cuff design is awesome too. It fits over your sleeves or welding jacket without bunching, and it blocks sparks from finding their way inside. And KLEIN reinforced the palm, thumb, and index finger with extra leather, so you get better durability where it matters most. Add in the Kevlar aramid stitching, and you've got gloves that can take a beating day after day without falling apart. These feel like professional shop gloves, and they're ideal for anyone who wants more structure, more protection, and more precision during MIG or stick work. And finally, at number 1, the glove that takes the crown, the RAPICCA 16-inch welding gloves again, because honestly, they're one of the few gloves that tick every box. The premium fireproof leather exterior, the aluminum heat barrier, the comfortable cotton liner, the crazy reinforcements everywhere. They're basically the Swiss Army knife of welding gloves. Their design hits that rare balance of comfort, extreme durability, and real-world heat protection up to 932 degrees. Professionals swear by them, hobbyists love them, and even people who don't weld buy them for fireplaces, grills, even deep-frying turkeys, which is a level of courage I personally don't have. When a glove performs this well across so many environments and holds up over time, it absolutely deserves the number 1 spot. And that wraps up our list of the top 5 best welding gloves. I hope this helped you figure out which pair is perfect for your needs, because the last thing you want is to grab the wrong gloves and regret it the second sparks start flying. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe for more tool reviews, and drop a comment telling me which glove stood out to you. And remember, for additional information, be sure to check the links in the description below. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.